Welcome back on this channel, Bratans, for the fastest crypto update video in the crypto world. We see right now Bitcoin retesting the daily support, and the question is, will we break it to the upside or will we bounce on that? And the answer is the DXY. The DXY, this is how we identified here when the DXY broke this support line. This is why we identified that Bitcoin pumped, because if the dollar dumps, Bitcoin is pumping. If the dollar pumps, Bitcoin is dumping. It's always like that. And right now we saw dollar pump, and what did Bitcoin? Bitcoin clearly dumped, right? So therefore, right now we see here a big resistance zone, this red resistance zone. And right now we are going into this resistance zone, and you see we are retesting it. But the question is, will we fail the retest and break to the downside? This will be very bullish for Bitcoin, or will we break it to the upside? And this is the main point which we have to watch, because obviously if we are getting here rejected and see dump, then we will see a bounce here on the daily support and we will see Bitcoin running to the upside. This will be a long opportunity. In case we are getting here breakthrough through this big red resistance zone, then we will see the dollar flying to the upside and we will see Bitcoin going down to the weekly support or even to the monthly support to 24,800. What you also have to watch is the oil price, right? The oil price, it's pretty much the same. So if oil price is dumping, Bitcoin is usually pumping. It's not always a guarantee. It's all about probabilities, right? So right now we are getting on a crucial support line. You see it here based on past January, February 2021, a massive support line. So in case we are getting here a breakthrough to the downside of the oil price, we will see Bitcoin running to the upside. If the oil price has a bounce on this support line and the oil price is getting much more expensive, then we can expect that Bitcoin further dumping to the downside. And if oil price hits really hard to the upside, so if oil price is getting much crude oil getting much expensive, I expecting here Bitcoin to go to 20k, to our 20k CME gap. While it depends so much on the oil price, because the oil price is responsible for your product. So in case if you're buying here protein, you know what I mean, cake, then the prices obviously depending on delivery to the supermarket. So if the price for the truck who delivers your food to the supermarket very expensive, the gas is very expensive, then the price will be increased on your product. So therefore it's very important to watch the crude oil price. If the crude oil price is going down, your product's getting cheaper, the economy is starting to run faster. If the oil price is very high, then the trucks, the gas which the trucks are using to bring your food is getting much more expensive. It means that your food is getting much more expensive. I hope you understand this correlation. This is very important, therefore, to watch the oil price. Let us further go here to the Bitcoin shorts. We still here formed here a double bottom, and in case this double bottom works out, then we will see the shorts are running to the upside. And if the shorts running to the upside, we see the price of Bitcoin falling further down to a weekly or monthly support at 24,800. Further, let's watch here on the bigger picture. On the bigger picture, we are in this rising wedge. This rising wedge is a bearish pattern, and typically the price target of the rising wedge is always the bottom of the wedge, and the bottom of the wedge is around 16,355. Before you start shitting in my comments, wait a minute. We have here a big support coming in at 24,800 approximately. 24,800 and 24,800. What a surprise. This is also a support of our here monthly of our monthly support line, which is also coming at around 24,800. Nice, yes, I know, Slavic is amazing. And right now we are watching S&P 500. This is also very crucial indicator in order to understand the Bitcoin price, because in case we are breaking inside of this channel, and much more in case we are breaking down this channel, then it's obviously, if S&P 500 falling down, usually Bitcoin price also follows. So watch out. It seems we are breaking inside, and also same we see the total crypto market cap, which is even more important than the S&P 500, is retesting the support line. And if the total crypto market cap breaking here this support line to the downside, then we can expect that Bitcoin will further dump to downside, because the total crypto market cap is this crypto market cap, how we technically identified perfectly the bottom of Bitcoin, because we watched how was the previous stop, where was the previous stop, 2018. We retested the previous top and saw bounce on the Bitcoin price. This is how I identified the top. Let's just quickly run through some news for you. Blatans, Reddit co-founder still believes play to earn will be the standard for gaming. And it's obviously, I also think that this will be the standard for gaming, because if you're playing Fortnite right now, you're getting, or World of Warcraft, you're getting all these skins and so on, and they are basically worthless. But people are trading them on eBay and so on. So the DeFi, if we're taking DeFi and if we're taking gaming and if we're putting it together, this will obviously make eBay go bankrupt. I mean, regarding games, because you can trade within the game. But this big thing, this play to earn, it obviously only will come if GTA 6 starting to implement crypto, if Activision, if Fortnite, if they all start to implement crypto, and this will be there. This is inevitable that this will happen, right? So let's go to next thing. Controversial stablecoin issuer Tether plans to start mining Bitcoin, which is very, very bullish for Bitcoin, right? Because if Tether starts to mine Bitcoin, they will obviously possibly not sell their Bitcoin, which means there's not so much pressure. We have only 21 million Bitcoin. If we have only 21 million Bitcoin and someone like a big company like Tether, USDT, start minting Bitcoin, if it and it holds in the reserves, there's not so much selling pressure on Bitcoin, which will cause the Bitcoin price overall to go to the upside, which it will happen inevitable. Obviously, there are some criticals. Why there are some criticals? Because you remember the Luna Foundation. Everyone believes in Luna. Me too, by the way. I lost also a little bit money, but we made a lot of profits on the short. The Luna Foundation got acquired approximately 80,000 Bitcoin. They had back then 80,000 Bitcoin, their reserves, to safeguard UST. They had the stablecoin UST, but later engaged in a multi-billion-dollar dump after the doomed algorithm stablecoin lost its $1 peg and crashed. So they started as UST. The UST is like equivalent to $1, one UST to $1, and they backed it with Bitcoin. But as soon as start depegging because of some scam shit, they start to selling Bitcoin to hold up this $1 UST equivalent to $1. But it didn't work out. They sold all their Bitcoin. We saw Bitcoin going to shit. If you remember, it was several months or 1 year ago. So this is obviously concerns on it. So it's like a positive news, but also negative news. Also, if we are watching here the monthly returns, we see the June begins a negative. May we had a negative overall Bitcoin, and April was positive 2.8%. Historically, if we're watching 2022, we saw June had a minus 37% a downtrend. So let's watch, will this June will be green, or will it red like all the previous years, 2022, 2021, 2022. So the previous 3-4 years, we had always a red month on Bitcoin. Let's see how it will work out. Another very interesting statistic, this is the meme total trading volume. And it's very interesting. You see, we had here in May approximately, we had here this, wait a minute, we had here this in May, we had here this peak, right? And right now it's declining, so people getting out of meme coins. However, if we are watching based on the past, in the bull run, we had here the top of the meme coin, and then to the another top until we reached another meme coins season. It passed approximately, you see it was also in May, and then the next season happened in October. So the question is, we had also right now in May the meme season. The question is, will we see a meme season in October, another 5 months? And I'm expecting this to happen, because it's always repeating. It's always one narrative to another changing. It's starting, for example, with meme coins, then it's going to NFTs, then ape coins and all this shit pumping. Then after NFTs, it's going to AI. After AI, it's going to smaller market caps, and then it's go to DeFi, and it's always this narratives. So the cycle will repeat, and I'm expecting also paper to pump, as paper is right now the leading the leading meme coin. And for this reason, I also bought yesterday some paper. I showed you, I not only bought paper, I bought, for example, Gala, because as you saw, DeFi, gaming play to earn will be 2024, 2025, the big narrative. Therefore, I bought Gala for long-term holding. FTM was very cheap yesterday. I bought it. Also, paper I bought yesterday. Yes, this was basically these 3 coins which I bought yesterday because of this dip, right? Do I have another news for you here? Yes, I have another news. Hong Kong and UAE central banks collab on crypto rules, fintech development. This is so huge because UAE is right now becoming the crypto hub of the world. And these 2 central banks, of UAE central bank and China central bank, are working right now together. You have just to imagine what will happen, because it's starting, it's like a fire, a positive fire. You know, it's starting from Hong Kong, then it's getting to China, and then China, you know, who is one of the biggest holding of US treasuries? China. And China holding their money in US bonds, because obviously they're getting percentage interest rates paid on these bonds. However, because of all this global shifting of this, because world's blood, I don't remember this word, because China is becoming right now more and more competing with the US, they start to selling their treasuries. And as they start to selling their treasuries, what is the option? They cannot go into yuan in their own currency because it's getting too expensive then. So possibly they go into crypto. So this is so big, in my opinion. You cannot just imagine. Just trust me. You're watching this channel, you will be very, very successful, because you're gaining this information right now when everybody is just jerking on Pornhub and not interested in crypto, because they will start to jerk on Bitcoin when it will be 2024, 2025, when it's too late. And you know right now already. So this news is massive. You know, I live in Dubai. UAE is a massive crypto hub. I just can tell you to move there. So I have to go right now, bratans. This video where we see Jerome Powell in 2011 interview before he was Fed chairman, this is so huge. This video, I can explain you the big picture on bonds. I explain you what are bonds, why the fuck is US is about to going to default, but will not happen because they agreed on the debt ceiling right now. Today came the news out, so they agreed on it. But the whole big economy perspective I can explain you based on this interview from Jerome Powell in 2011, because this is huge. It's an economic overview of the whole world. If you want to see this video, write me down below, because usually if I'm not putting into a title Bitcoin, you give a shit on it. So please write me down below, do you want to see a video? If you want to see a video, I will do it for you, bratans. Thank you everyone for watching. I kiss you and I see you later. And don't forget $1,000 free long or short position. Link is down below on Bybit. I kiss you. Tschüss.